What's up, Scorpio? I'm Chris. Welcome to your May Taroscope. Now, I missed you guys for April. Going through a lot. As you can see, I'm not in my normal place. I'm in the middle of a move, so things have been a little hectic, but I wanted to come and get you guys your reading for the month. Quick note before we jump into things, I do have my website newly launched. The link is in the description below. I have a new booking system for private readings. You just pick a scheduled time and then I go ahead and get it to you in 48 hours. You can also go there for donations. Your donations help keep the channel alive and running. It keeps this free content coming your way. And guys, I think this month I'm feeling with Scorpio energy a bit of confidence. Like a capability, right? Like, as I was shuffling, there was this sense of, I kept seeing the Three of Swords, but it's not like the present energy. It felt like something that like is kind of hovering on the outside, right? The Three of Swords energy, that sadness, the loss. But my feeling with you guys is being willing to take on the fear and the challenge of what's now new. Central situation here, Scorpio, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Reaping what you've sown. Now, materially, that's going to be the case. What I feel like more is here with the Seven of Pentacles, now that I think about it, is a real sense of, I feel like emotionally abundant. Which is very weird because this is not typically what this card stands for, but I feel like just full. Emotionally full, like abundant of with good feelings. I think it's because what's happening now, guys, it feels like it's a turning point, and it feels like there's a grasping of the power to make things the way you want them to be. There's a grasping of, even whether the immediate future is clear to you or not, sort of feeling good about your ability to make it feel good no matter what. To make it align with what you desire. The Seven of Pentacles here, it's sort of like a claiming of your ability to manifest for yourself. To create your own reality. And to reap the benefits of the reality that you create for yourself. Here in our ideal, Scorpio, we have a full moon. So I think this says a couple things. One, I think it means you're just done with a certain phase of your life, right? You've reached completion. You've reached a peak moment. You're done with something. It's gone as far as it can go. This to me also is being empowered. When the moon is full, the moon's energies are at its peak. Which is a great time for any kind of manifestation because you have all this abundance of energy that you can use to create something and bring something into being. And Scorpio, right now, I think that there's been a lot of darkness. And I think right now with this card, there's almost this resolve to create more light where there was darkness. I think we talked about this a few months ago, being your own light in the darkness, right? And now you're not just guiding yourself, you're actually creating this in your world, right? It manifests in your material world. You can see it. You can see how your world around you is transforming for the better. Whether that's more income, whether that's changes in your home, changes in your physical health, in your appearance. You see the tangible results of the light that you've been working to create for yourself. Now you're ready to bask in it. Ironic for a creature that typically dwells in the darkness to want to bask in light, but you know, with this full moon, it's moonlight, right? It's not harsh. It's not like intense. It's chill. It's soothing. It's like profound. It's mystical. Scorpio, in the recent past here we have the devil. Toxic relationships. Toxic job environments. Being subject to drinking too much. Smoking too much. Whatever it may be. Any of those bad habits that just kind of numbed out your feelings. Now we're seeing this being a part of your past. Which means not only were you willing to face the shadow of Scorpio, that you kind of defeated it. You kind of called its bluff on being fake as fuck. It's like Freddy Krueger, you're just a dream, bitch. The devil, you can't hurt me. You're a figment of my own imagination. My unworthiness, my dark habits, my dark way of being. And I don't mean dark in like the cool fun way, I mean dark is in like the toxic pits of life. Like, where it's not even fun or cool or like edgy, it's just like, oh. Next we have the Eight of Wands. So Scorpio, again, moving, big changes happening. Eight of Wands brings this new burst of energy into our life. Like a sort of like an upset, like a shock to the system. Some of these might have been like actual conversations that were a shock to the system. You know, a rejection letter, a breakup, something like that. With the Eight of Wands, we have that overlap of communication and fire. So I think some tough conversations. I think some things that had to be broken off maybe. But in a way here, Scorpio, that makes you so lightweight and so swift and so what's it called when you're like graceful, when you can like mutable, like I can't think of the word. So getting away from this shit real fast. Like a way of life that I think you've maybe become so comfortable to, or so accustomed to rather. Disappearing in the rearview mirror. Almost like, who dat? New phone, who this? I mean, just like, let's take another look at this guy, Scorpio. If there's any question that this shit's not better left behind you. Three of Pentacles now, rounding up the energy that we're coming into May with. So creativity, collaboration, like being really focused, I think, about upward mobility, being really focused about your finances, being really focused on your career. The Three of Pentacles to me is like this surge of energy, especially with this fire next to it too. It's creativity, it's passion. It's like focus and determination. So a lot of you probably, especially in your careers and in your jobs, have been fucking killing it. Taking on more responsibility. Looking for the next best department to hop into. Right? Upward mobility, more growth, more money, more. Just more. More. All that. All of that. All of that. Reaping what you've sown. So, expect things, I think, to happen quickly. Expect to feel differently this month. almost as if it's like you just wake up one day and you just don't care about something as much anymore, or it doesn't hurt the same way it used to. Our turning point here, Scorpio, is the Six of Wands in reverse. So what's breaking us out of this shit? An internalization of our desire to win, right? I think you guys are a sign that on the surface is very good at keeping it together, but maybe sometimes on the inside is plagued with like doubts, insecurities, worries. So now feeling that ability to just slay the game all day, every day on the inside. But then also I think feeling a little unsupported right now. With the Six of Wands in reverse, it always makes me feel like there's maybe an illusion of support, right? An appearance of support. But that in a certain way, like you don't have people, or you don't feel like you have people who have your back. So in a turning point place, this isn't the worst thing to come to terms with, right? Because it's implying here that it's the sort of motivating thing to get you to stand on your own 2 feet, to get you to take care of yourself, to put yourself first. So if you've been feeling, Scorpio, like you just haven't been winning, I think May is the month where you start to win again. And you win again, and you win again, and you win again. You guys are like one of the best signs of like getting what you want. Such good manifestors, so focused when you know what you want, you know? So like that sting, that laser fast, gotcha bitch. King of Wands, now going into the month of May. So what was I saying about being really focused? This was the energy I was sort of just picking up with the Three of Pentacles. Literally with the King of Wands, he's focused, man. He's got his mind on his money. He's got his mind on his prosperity. Really financially focused. And not just in terms of how do I do better accounting, but like how do I make more money? How do I improve my investments? How do I increase my savings? A real self-realizing ambition in May, Scorpio. A prioritization of your own wants and your own needs and your own ego desires. Which you should embrace right now. It's something that brings passion to your life. Even if it feels superficial sometimes. Those ego desires are like a part of your primal nature, like telling you that it needs something. And if you tame it, if you let it out in a healthy way, it doesn't become this. This shit is gross. But we're not going there anymore. That's in the past, right? Those nasty ways of talking to ourselves, that disregard for our own well-being, some self-sabotage maybe, some sort of self-neglect. Now you see what I mean about getting that bag, Scorpio? We have the Empress. So I think you find a sort of unconditional love of self, which sounds really corny, new agey, but it's like when we're coming from this place, right? And we're moving into this place of the individual, of the self, of glorifying the self. There's a new level of self-love that's found. There's a new level of confidence in self. It's not necessarily cynical right now, Scorpio, to realize that you can do a lot on your own. Right now might not be a time where you should depend on others very much. And don't spin that into this dark narrative, right? where it's because people suck and no one's there for you. No, it's because the challenges that you're facing right now are going to teach you something about caring for yourself. There are lessons to be learned this month about prioritizing your own well-being, and it's like the practice needs to be done, right? Not just getting the idea in your head about it, but the experiences you're having being practice in self-worth, in value of self, of how well you're going to water your own garden. It's like no one else is going to feed you, so you better learn. Better learn how to fish. But you guys are a sign where like the benefits of your strength and your power always trickle out into the people around you. Right? So when you're successful, people around you get helped, right? When you're loyal to people, you're devoted to people. Your glory becomes in certain ways the glory of others. So it's not just this selfless act. Now here some of y'all might be dealing with some serious Taurus energy. But either way, Scorpio, with the Knight of Pentacles finishing out this reading, money moves. Money moves. Money moves. Money moves. Like, this is a big month, Scorpio, for your financial success and prosperity. Think this month with the Knight of Pentacles about more that you can do with your money, right? So if you're like completely financially stable, make good money, don't have debt, have retirement accounts, maybe like start thinking about stocks. Start thinking about like ways to make little returns on your money. The Knight of Pentacles says to invest your money, right? Invest it in some way. So whether that's literally in some kind of property or real estate or service or an investment like a bank, like a stock, or if it's like, you know, hiring a personal trainer because whatever you do, you know, being physically attractive is helpful to you. Right? Like, I don't know, you're an influencer. Whatever this is, Scorpio, for you personally, it's investing in the long term. Investing in your growth. Investing in the future. And what you're going to have to offer other people when the right people who deserve what you have to offer come around. Bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we have the moon. So this is what I mean about having been in a time of darkness for a while. Not such desirable feelings. Dark soul of the night kind of energy. And this month, though, Scorpio, you find yourself breaking from it. You find yourself driven to get out of it, to overcome. Because it stops being fun, it stops feeling strong, to be angry, to be sad, to be whatever. And it starts to feel strong to be other things, to be other ways. So Scorpio, ending out the reading with the Page of Wands. Opportunities coming your way. I think there's actual things that are coming your way in month, like financial, job, career opportunities that ultimately lead to you being able to be here. But there's an excitement here, Scorpio. There's an ambition. Like the way he has the mask on, it's like the blinders I was talking about. Just taking care of yourself. Learning to stand on your own 2 feet. And learning how to not sink into despair and cynicism about it. It's your journey. You have to practice. And this is practice. Practice makes perfect. And one day this guy becomes this guy. Practice makes perfect. Scorpio, I love you so much. Please again check out my website, like, comment, subscribe to this video, all that good stuff. I love you guys. I love talking to you every month. I appreciate your support. You have a great month, and I will talk to you soon.